What's good? Let's get it. I want to talk about how your life isn't yours. And I know I probably made a video about this before, but it's kind of made me thinking about it again. The way we live our life, right, especially in the West, is very like egocentric, where it's all about me, it's all about getting mine, and like maybe you care about your like doing things for your family and like your close friends or whatever, but that's kind of about it, right? I mean, if you look at more like Eastern, especially like historically, the Eastern countries, well, Eastern for me, right? So yeah, there's more role for nation, society, family. It's more than just, they really put the ego on the back burner, right? Like you take care of your parents when they get older, blah blah blah. And I mean, obviously there's pros and cons to both philosophies, right? Because look, in the West, like we've come up with a lot of great technological achievements, right? And a lot of that reason was because we're people, ego-based reasons, right? Like Mark Zuckerberg, right? I mean, I'm making a joke, but like, boy got no box for sure growing up and in college. Or Bill Gates, right? These guys got no girls, and you hear a lot of these guys, like their motivation was just like, you know, get a date, like get girls or whatever. So yeah, so like, yeah, people can do incredible things for women, or right, for like to find a mate or whatever, and that's all cool, that's all dandy, right? Especially the top guys, right? And that's what it kind of promotes. But on average, when everybody has the egocentric mindset of it's all about me, it's all about what I want, and then and even if you don't have kids, you're not thinking about in the future if you do want kids or whatever. It's very much so like in the present, here and now, what do I want? And and that can have some negatives, right? A lot of negatives. But when you make that switch from once your thinking goes from how can I help myself to how can I help others, that's kind of when your life changes in some regard. Especially if you already have the base of how can I help myself, or anything like that. And you see that with these top guys, going back Rockefeller, like, I mean, during his era and after, up till present, is they're so egocentric up to a point where then they start to think about their legacy once they start getting older, like how will I be remembered? And then that's when they start to dive into the community and the societal impact and all that. And for some, like, you know, you get remembered pretty well. They leave out a little bit of the negative stuff that you did, and you know, you're remembered for the good things, or the way you ended your life. But I mean, the people that really know, and they know that no matter what you did at the tail end of your life, doesn't necessarily make up for what you did in the beginning or middle, right? So I just think it's important to take a step back every day, and obviously I'm not saying totally disregard yourself, like you need to take care of yourself, right? But to take a step back every day and just look around and see, like, how can I help the person next to me? How can I help the person walking down the street? Or, you know, kind of just the whole awareness idea, like how can I expand my awareness to helping others and start living a life of how I can help others on top of how I help myself. Because it really doesn't take that much energy or time, or because it's the little things are what add up to the big picture, right? And that kind of levies the burden of conscience, because that's what I was saying with the legacy guys, the Rockefellers, the whomever, right? They do that not because they feel so super intent about helping others, it's because they have a heavy conscience a lot of the times. So the idea is there's things you can do throughout your life to lighten your load, lighten your consciousness or conscious, that won't just be a heavy burden on your heart, right? And at church today, they kind of had a quote about, or just like a parable or something about the tax collector and like a normal person, right? They both kind of say the same, they'll both say the same thing at church or whatever, but one goes home with a lighter load than the other. Why? Because he, like, deep down he knows, like, he knows that, he still knows he can't lie to himself like that. Tax collector can't lie to himself and say that, oh, I repent, I'll be fine in heaven, because deep down he doesn't know. He doesn't know that he'll still be fine, he'll still be whatever. He still has that, burden on him, while the average man doesn't. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm home. Enjoy your day. Peace.